You're live.
Okay.
Right.
I call the January 6th Forest Township Board meeting to start. Okay, so we are having two meetings in one. We'll have one meeting adjourn and then start a second meeting. The first meeting, we have reading of the September 8th meeting minutes and then have an approval. So,
okay. The Forest Township Advisory Board was called to order on September 8th, 2025 at 12:00 p.m. at the Forest Fire Station. Katie read the minutes from the August 22nd, 2025 meeting. Beverly moved to approve the minutes and Katie seconded it. Old business was then discussed. Budget approval and resolutions were discussed. Beverly and Katie both signed an approval to budget resolution. Next discussed was new business. Brenda reported on capital assets, policy resolutions. Katie and Beverly signed with approval. Brenda then gave an update on the fire department and territory. Next, with a yearly report for the Forest Clover. The meeting was open for discussion and comments. There were none. Beverly motioned to adjourn the meeting and Katie seconded it.
okay, any questions or amendments to the meetings? Okay. May I have a motion to accept?
Motion to accept.
Oh,
Yes, you
Katie?
can.
Oh,
You're in.
okay. Never mind.
Sorry.
You pointed at me right.
I'm like, oh.
Okay, and if I could get a signature from you as board member. Okay, thank you very much. Next is I'm amending the agenda a bit. So we had a resignation from Jerry Milner since he felt like he could no longer serve, and so Alice contacted Allison Williams, and she has agreed to serve out his term, which ends December 31st, 2026. The appointment was presented to the county commissioners this morning at the meeting, and so they decided not to caucus, so they did appoint her. So she is now a board member. Congratulations and welcome. Yeah.
Yay!
So going on to the next on our agenda is the election of the 2026 township officers.
I nominate Allison for secretary.
Why? Because that's what you are right now. You went out of it.
I second it.
Oh, the newbie. I get it. I get it. Okay.
Yeah, that's the way it works. We've all been there.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, and we need a nomination for president.
I nominate Katie because I think it's her turn.
And Katie, do you accept?
Yes.
Okay, can I have a vote on nominations that secretary would be Allison Williams, president will be Katie. A motion?
Motion
Okay.
to accept.
Okay, if there are no other questions or anything for this meeting, we will adjourn this meeting.
I motion to adjourn.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. We'll go on to the next board meeting. This is actually a board meeting that is centered around the financial aspect of the presentation of our current financial status. But we'll go to old business from our September the 8th meeting. So we did have the two dumpsters, and I got rid of the township property that we had motioned in the meeting to get rid of, which was some tables and miscellaneous things that went very well. The dumpsters cost us $920, and we probably had 35 participants with a lot of stuff. So I thought it went very well, and they were very respectful, and they didn't overload the dumpsters as been done previous. So that was good. The next item of business was our budget, and since there was a mix-up on the budget being sent in, it went retroactively to the budget that we had in 2025, which was fine. It actually gave us more money in the budget. So we're at a budget of $135,000. And so our DLGF rep, kind of adjusted the numbers so we have a little bit more money to spend in township assistance if we need it, in the park if we need it, or equipment, and then also in the general fund. So that worked out to our benefit. He didn't change any of the tax levies. They stayed the same. No problem there. So that was a bonus for us. Next order of business is Smith Cemetery restoration. So in one of our previous meetings, we approved the $3,000 to do restoration of the tombstones in the cemetery. That gentleman, we ran out of good weather. So I would say it's still okay since we made the motion. We'll go ahead and he can come back this year and finish that. Is that okay with the board?
Yes.
Good.
Okay. All right. There are some, due to the pending possible legislation that we have coming down the line for township government, I will work with you guys to see if maybe we can do some additional work there to try to complete that whole project, but that will come at a later date. Okay. So now we will move on to new business. In your packet, there should be and I sent it out via email if you want to look at it. So this is our financial activity for 2025 as of December 31st. So we have a rainy day fund, the township fund, which is quite generous, the township assistance, of which in that total is a $5,000 CD, which is required by the state. We have a recreation fund. So all of these totaled would be to $224,351.83, which has reconciled with the bank rec of December 31st, 2025. So we're very well situated. Our receipts was around $68,000. So you can see that $9,600 of that was interest that we got from our checking account. And then total expenditures was $102,000, basically $102,000. The biggest chunk of that, which was over half, which was the paving of the parking lot and the driveway. So, any questions on the financial report? Okay, super. Thank you. Mowing contracts. I'm just presenting Smith Cemeteries for right now. We usually pay him a flat fee of $600, and he mows from the 1st of April to November the 30th. Can I have a motion to accept that? Okay.
Second.
Question? No. Okay, moving on to estimates. I sent out an estimate for Metzinger, and I also sent out which I think you should have received a picture. So when the station was built, here where these steps are to the west of the building, as you come off the apron here in front, there's some steps. That used to be a pile of gravel that they angled down, and we after they had done the station, had contracted with Metzinger to put those steps in so that it reduced our liability. Because I was thinking about people that were handicapped, if they start on that downgrade, would maybe not be able to stop very well. So right now we have a gap between the last step and the new asphalt driveway. I would like to have them pour another step there to make it continuity and a smooth transition to the asphalt. Any thoughts on that? They did the work for us before, so I only got one quote, which was $1,420.50.
I make a motion to accept the bid.
Okay, all right. I'm going to take the other part out, the crack of the building over here that's on that bid, and just do the step. I'm tabling that other one.
Okay.
Okay. moving on to, the monkey bars and the bowlers. I know you played on it when you were a kid.
I did.
Yes. So did Sue Markham. So the first I contacted Crenshaw and I contacted Jonathan to see if they'd give me a quote. Crenshaw did not give me a quote. He seemed very interested, but he just did not come back with a quote. So I have an estimate from Jonathan for the bollards, which are security poles that to protect the new wellhead. They were at the old wellhead, but I'd like to put 2 around the new wellhead just so, you know, hopefully they don't mess something up. So that came to, let's see, $625 for 2 bowlers. And then my thought is on the monkey bars to remove those, and then we look at something that's, I'll deem it more safe for that area, that it's a climbing apparatus. And he came back with a bid of $450 to remove that. The only reason why I kind of would like to do this is because in my mind, I know there's a lot of kids that have played on it for years, but I see it as a big liability, because if you're up on the inside and you're up towards the top and you fall, you're gonna hit your head at least 2 or 3 times on the way down, possibly. Thoughts on that?
Take it out. I mean, it's an antique. So, you know, if we can find something safer.
Okay.
We don't need to worry about
Yeah, I mean, you know, playground equipment has a big liability anyway, but that's more of a huge liability in my opinion. And so he is just would take it out and then level the ground off, because whatever we put back in will have to disturb the ground probably again. And I didn't figure we'd want to get a finished product until it was installed. Okay, so can I get a motion to accept both of those? Well, it's one bid of $1,075 to take care of the monkey bar and then install bowlers.
I motion to accept.
Second.
Thank you. During the dumpster trash days here at Forest, well, previous to that, Jonathan Snyder had talked to me that when he moved out to where Charlie Pulley used to live, next to where Katie used to live, there was a bell there. And he was told that it was a Forest, not the Forest school bell, but a school bell that used to be where Charlie Pulley lived, which was Sims School. And he wanted to know if we wanted it. And so just for historical preservation, I said, sure, we'll take it. So it has been, during the dumpster days, I call them, he brought it to us. It's on wood and it's mounted. It's not something that's presentable or anything, but it is in our storage shed. It's probably about 18, 20 inches wide at the bottom. So I just wanted to make you aware that it's out there, that maybe in the future we might want to think about doing something with it. And also supposedly the Forest bell is around in the area too, but I haven't worked on that. So just to make you aware that we have a donation of a bell. It took him and his 2 sons to carry it in there. Township website. We can get a township website through the state of Indiana at no cost. So I am going to try to work this year to try to get a website up and running for us. Just so it has, you know, information and links to helpful things that can help people, like, you know, Area 4 and food pantries and stuff like that. Any questions on any of the things that I've had? No. Okay. Updates on the Forest Fire Department. They had a meeting last night. They have voted to buy a cascade system for here at the fire station. They've wanted one for years. And so what that is used for is to fill their air tanks. That is a cost of $50-some thousand. They have the money, and so right now they have a standing of about $28,000 in checking, $51,000 in savings. They also reported that they had 361 calls last year, and approximately 240 of those was the ambulance, which is contracted through them from the county commissioners. So when the EMS is not staffed at Boylston, we're the backup. So it's good that it's here and it's helpful. The territory, their last meeting was the end of November. We have about $242,000 in building and equipment and $29,000 in the general fund. Last year, they put in an order for a grass truck. That's in the works. We have not paid anything on that yet. That's supposed to be done in 2026. And then Johnson has approached the territory that they would like to begin to look for a fire truck because they are having a lot of that fire truck, I think, is 35, 40 years old. So they are looking to possibly get another fire truck in the future. So we've given them permission to look for that. Do I have any questions at all? Anything that you would like for me to be working on?
No.
So last year I mentioned the CIP, which is Capital Improvement Program, in which if you don't spend, then you can lose up, not lose, but 30% of it will go to an infrastructure fund. So that is something that I feel like that we guys are going to have to try to work on this year to try to minimize that amount that gets set aside, which we won't have very much control over. So if you have ideas, shoot me an email and I'll start working on them. I've got some ideas, and so maybe we can get together in a meeting and try to sort things out of what we might like to do. So, okay. That's all I have. Unless I have anything else. I need a motion to adjourn.
A motion to adjourn.
Second.
I call the meeting closed. Thank you, everybody, and thank you, Beth.